Help him out.
That ass pull at the end of that was fucking amazing. That was transcendently absurd.
Dead ass pull.
It's just as bad as Super Saiyan God Blue Trunks.
No.
Hey, at least it's a form you know they're
No, that was worse.
able to transcend.
All right, put the thing in announcements, Alex.
Okay.
It's not in the circuitry, is it?
God damn it, no.
It's my spirit.
Because it's coming out my ass! Booyah!
Blood be like, the fuck? Oh god, that was ridiculous.
Bite my shiny metal ass!
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Alex is only showcasing the stream from 3 days ago.
Yeah, because I haven't hit stream yet.
And Gizmo, in
It goes
case
live
you're
the second I
wondering,
do.
Brother Blood and Bender do have the same voice actor. That's why I pulled out the Bender quote.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I'm just gonna start. Start.
I'm gonna microwave some pizzas.
Anyway, welcome to the Mehcast, and oh, what a Mehtly crew we are. Back with
Are you,
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, where...
Hey, that's Alex's line.
It's
actually,
my line when I start streaming.
and it's my line when I'm running the channel.
And it's not my
Hello,
line
ladies
at
and
all.
gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a Mehtly crew we are. I'm live over on Twitch with Pokémon.
Yes, because Alex is getting back to Pokemon Crystal, and
I did things dramatically out of order because fuck it.
By the way, Alex, keep in mind, since you've got, now that you've beaten Claire, and gotten the 8th gym badge, I believe it's time to go across the seas to Kanto.
It's time to go be the very best, like no one ever was.
The cash room,
is your real test.
The Kamachtum is his real test, but the training is his cause.
Now, another thing to keep in mind with this portion of Pokemon Crystal is that the level cap for the Elite Four, or in terms of how the highest level Pokemon there is 50. So, and Victory Row does have plenty of Pokemon to beat up to gain experience. I'm actually kind of doing a grinding stream myself,
you motherfucker.
So that when we get to when we get back to the plot, I will be more than prepared for it. Because last time we actually
are symbolic of our Ow! I gotta turn the fucking music down.
What did you?
That is too fucking loud. How is this? I'm at 13%. How is that? How is that so fucking loud? That's better.
Oh, there's a lot of games that having consistent volume. It's weird.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to turn the capture audio up because now the stream can't hear it.
Like that. My Wii is a lot louder than my Xbox One.
That might have something to do with the analog audio. I don't know.
I'm not using analog. That's the thing. I'm using HDMI.
Oh well, fuck it. I don't know then.
Like
I've noticed RCA cables can be like deafeningly loud at the highest end, whereas HDMI audio tends to be like more clearer and less distorted.
Yeah, I'm guessing because they're more concentrated on catching every single bit of noise accurately and cleanly.
Yeah.
Whereas RCA, the red,
they were
yellow, and white
RCA.
cables, they try to be as loud as possible.
Yeah, and then you have the fucking coaxial cables, which were like quiet as fuck but distorted as well.
I always said that certain game systems were like quieter or louder, but people kept thinking that it was just me.
Yeah, no, the sound chips on those things were different. They'd have different maximum volume outputs. So, let's see. I'm at this place, and I need to find a way to get to Ash's hometown from the last game.
You don't need to get to Ash's hometown. You don't need to get to Pallet Town.
I'm gonna break into Ash's home and steal his shit. I want to
Alex,
steal that. I want to steal that Voltorb clock he keeps on his dresser.
Alex, speaking of Pokemon, anyone else can't think it's kind of weird that Ash never made it as a canon character in the games.
Alex, let me
yeah.
It's always red, it's always blue, but never Ash.
Alex, let me explain something to you. You get to a Kanto by surfing on the water or right next to your house in New Bark Town.
Huh.
Yeah, you notice that body of water that has always been in there since the start of the game, but you never really did anything with it? Well, since you have surf and all the badges, as well as the ability to use waterfall outside of battle, guess where you gotta go?
Hi, Magikarp. I'm going to feed you to my pet dragon.
It's the King of Carp, Magikarp. Oh.
Doesn't your
Thunder
dragon?
Wave. Twister. I'm gonna have a rap battle with you.
Wait, you.
My name is Tugo.
Wait a second. You have a Wait, you actually bothered to train up the Dratini?
No, I just got a Dratini.
But you.
What in the forgot.
Tugo is level 15. Everybody else is level 32 or higher.
Alex, you're gonna be grinding that thing for a while now.
I'm going to be feeding so many fucking Magikarp to this guy.
Magikarp yields barely any experience points. You're better off training somewhere else.
No, keep training your Magikarp because you know that's going to turn into a Gyarados.
No.
And it's going to be worth every...
No,
it's going to be worth it.
No, as in he's killing a Gyarados or a Magikarp, not, training one.
Yeah, but what if you find a shiny Magikarp?
You and Froggy, you and Froggy need to change
He already has the red Gyarados.
And the red Gyarados is not very useful, I have to be perfectly honest.
Here's the thing, Gen 4 Remake, he's definitely useful.
What you want?
I say that only because of the physical special split.
Cheetah used Whirlpool.
So...
let me keep fucking going. Oh my god.
So Gizmo,
oh my god, it's another fucking Magikarp.
So Alex, Gizmo, I have a question. What made you decide to stream Tatsunoko versus Capcom?
What?
Yeah, what made you decide, you wanted to do Tatsunoko versus Capcom?
It's underrated, and it needed a sequel yesterday.
That's fair. A lot of things needed sequels.
Fuck!
Like Resident Evil 4.
Spyro needs a new game already.
I mean, we already got...
Resident Evil 4 needed a sequel.
We got a lot of sequels.
It's a shame we never got a Resident Evil 4 sequel. We got that one, and we got, like, a couple of prequels, and then, I'm not really sure what happened. I think there might have been drugs involved.
Like, you can joke all you want about, like, remakes and sequels and prequels
Alex,
and remakes.
are you really ignoring... Are you really ignoring the fun times we had with Resident Evil 5?
The fun times we had with Resident Evil 5 were more facilitated by the game than they were for an aspect of it, I'd say.
Knock 'em, you was like 'em.
Alex, what do you have against Resident Evil 5?
Oh,
Well, it
boy.
exists. That's kind of a problem.
That's harsh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Needlessly harsh.
People have a right to critique that though because of the fact that your companion's a fucking idiot bigger than Ashley is, and
Yeah, but
only
here's-
Thankfully, I had somebody to help me with that game because
no, that's
Yeah.
the problem. That's the main problem. You shouldn't have to have a co-op partner if you want to, but they made it necessary because
Here's-
the AI is stupid
And then-
as all fuck.
and then we
Here's the
we
thing,
have Resident
Gizmo.
Evil 6.
Here's the thing, Gizmo. Oh, what helps with your co-op partner is directing them. You gotta actually direct them to do stuff. Like there's a variety of command.
Okay, so I'm
assigned
in
to the
New
player
Barktown
character.
is where I started, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and you have to surf on the body of water that's right next to your house.
New bark.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grind up my Dratini.
You know something
Alex,
cool about
this is a part
Um,
thing.
Like I said, you might want to try a route with stronger
something cool about
Pokemon.
Tetsunoga versus Capcom. I found out is that it actually had some time in the sun in the fighting community to that it actually hit Evo for a little bit.
Neat.
I didn't know this. The thing is though that this actually made enough sales for them to actually be proud of, but with no sequel, no HD port of any kind, it makes you wonder what's keeping the guys so long. I mean, okay, this could be another Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Epidemic, but come on, man. I mean, we've had a bunch of anime
Alright, let's see.
crossover
Let's try that.
crossover games already.
Yeah, try a
It
town
shouldn't be
with
that hard
stronger
compared to
Pokemon,
those.
Alex.
It shouldn't be that hard compared to those
Oh,
to
wow.
get a sequel or
That was a
HD
Caterpie
remaster.
causing me so much trouble, and it only gave me 14 XP. Oh, it's a Weedle. That's so much different.
So, anywho,
Why am I fighting? Is it because I have a worm?
You're a worm?
he has a Dratini.
A worm. I have a worm.
Wait.
Specific.
There's doctors for those.
By the way,
WYRM. Or there may be an E on the end of it, depending.
Dude, I remember the online for this being actually really good.
I think it was the first Capcom Versus game that had Zero as a playable character.
Yes. And the first debut of Frank West getting in too.
Weird thing,
Okay,
it's
so
weird how
when you guys get done talking about that, let me know because I want to bring something up.
I'll bring it up right now. I'm
Yeah.
curious.
yeah, just bring it up.
Okay, so the London Philharmonic Orchestra performed Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony
Alright.
on Friday.
All right.
Okay.
And something happened during the performance.
War were declared.
What?
Okay, no, that would have been far more interesting because I want to know why a performance of Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony would cause war to be declared. But no,
No, not war to be declared. It's war were declared.
Ah, yeah.
You forgot
anyways,
that. You forgot about Futurama, didn't you?
Yeah. So, a woman... people who attended it said that they heard a woman making a moaning sound, and, several people described it as a woman having a very loud orgasm during
Like-
the performance.
Like
Now,
I'll have to keep having-
Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony is good, but it ain't that good. I want to know what the fuck she was doing, because this sounds like some whack-ass hentai shit going on, you know?
Yes, I was about to say for a second there.
Like you know those
Like
images,
Expedition?
those, yeah, you know those like meme images, is where they have like the remote control.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an actual
Apparently,
thing that they do.
you're fucking kidding me.
No, it's an actual thing. Like people actually do that. What they do is like for anyone who doesn't know enough,
Okay.
what they do is either they stick an entire vibrator or just one of those vibrating beans up in their puss, and then they have like
And
this
they-
little remote, and
Oh.
that adjusts how gentle or how rough the vibrations can be. And sometimes they'll have like special functions too, like there's this one vibrator that could connect wirelessly or wired, depending on which one you get, to
And you can
to
control
a
them with your
device
phone too, right?
Yeah,
Oh
like
my!
phone music player, as long as it has Blu-ray, as long as it has Bluetooth,
yeah.
or wired connection, as long as it just connects, period, you're able to remotely control it by music. So it'll vibrate to whatever song it's playing. Like for example, like imagine how rough it'll vibrate if you were to play the Doom soundtrack from
I'm just imagining
2016.
now. Oh, like you know, I get the feeling, you know, the closest thing you could get to fucking Freddie Mercury these days would be to have your vibrator her synced up to Another One Bites the Dust. So are there ones that sync up to microphones? There has to be, right? There has to be one that you could like plug into a headphone jack.
Be surprised. And when I say people actually do this, I'm not talking just porn. I'm talking like there are actually people who go out in public with like a vibrator.
This
of
would
some
explain
kind.
so many things I've seen in real life. So, somebody named Grant said, I saw the girl after it had happened, and I assumed that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing, and her partner was smiling and looking at her, like in an effort not to shame her, said Grant, who works for a jewelry company and lives in Los Feliz. This is from
thank God.
Lockhart TV Media. It was quite beautiful. Well, you know what I think probably wasn't beautiful? The mess she left on the chair.
Dude, when you said Grant, I was like, oh my god, I hope that's not the same Grant I'm thinking of.
Probably not.
Thankfully not.
Yeah.
No, the Grant I'm thinking of lives in Scotland, I think.
Okay, so having said all of that, I've listened to the recording. That sounds really fucking weird. It doesn't sound like somebody having an orgasm. It sounds like somebody being fucking shot. You know? Oh, like the noise she makes is the sound I made when when my left shoulder locked up when I was lifting weights. Like I dropped a 150-pound stack of weights.
And they kicked you out of Planet Fitness.
Screamed. I don't go to Planet Fitness.
You've never
You
been?
only go there as a last resort, or if you don't have any choice.
Oh yeah, like obviously, yeah. If that was the only gym in town, and I'd go to Planet Fitness. But you know, it's not the only gym in town.
Unfortunately, that is for me. I literally am in walking distance of one.
Oh, well.
I'd rather go to a 24-hour.
Be sure not to breathe too heavily in there, because that'll set off the fucking gonk alarm too. Or lonk alarm. I call it the gonk alarm because you know, well, you gotta be a fucking gonk to take that shit seriously.
Alarm is so stupid, man. I don't understand it. Like, you want people to just feel. You want people to feel unjudgmental, or if that's even a word. But
so
okay,
we're not gonna judge people. Well, for one thing, but we are gonna judge people for lifting heavy.
Right.
Which is, this is fucking absurd. Or like a completely different kind of judgmental. Well, we haven't.
want people to
we
work
haven't-
out, right? So let
Congratulations,
them-
guys. We haven't solved any problems. We've just moved them around.
I tell Planet Fitness to relax their anus, but they've done that by taking away pizza Sundays.
Huh.
That's
You know-
stupid.
You know what I'll bet? I'll bet the girl who had the orgasm during this, she had like one of those Magnum bad dragons synced up to the orchestra.
Oh,
That's probably
God,
why she was
why?
shouting. That's probably why she was shouting that loud.
You probably had one of those like dragon-shaped dildos.
Yeah.
My Roselia is already ready for purification. By
Man,
the
those
way,
guys are making money.
so how do we feel about the
You said
Repeat
Bad
that, you got cut
Dragon,
off
it
on my end.
reminded me of the skit.
Okay. So Gizmo, you remember what was your reaction back in the 03 Teen Titans upon seeing the scene where Cyborg basically goes Ultra Instinct?
Yeah.
Because
so
I was
for
a
those
kid,
of you,
I thought, yeah, it was cool, but as an adult, I'm questioning it.
yeah. So for those of you who weren't here yesterday, we watched some Power Rangers, and then we watched some Teen Titans, and
As
I
you
think I
would.
had more of a problem with the episode of with the last two episodes of Teen Titans we watched than Kevin did with the episodes of Power Rangers. Well, more specifically with Bulk and Skull, because seriously, what the fuck?
Huh.
Like, Cyborg, he doesn't... It would have been cliche, but Cyborg gets all of his limbs ripped off by Brother Blood. Because Brother
Okay.
Blood has Borgified himself in the Season 3 finale.
Yep.
And that, for some reason, and, first off, that worked. He was able to copy Apocalyptian technology and use that to Borgify himself. But also, in addition to that he beats the fuck out of Cyborg.
Oh, hell
and
no.
then,
Like
And
he
then-
has in the last two episodes.
yeah, in the last two encounters he had with Vic. And then he... so Cyborg has been having this thing going on where he's, not getting along well with the rest of the Titans, but then he finds out that the Titans East he's helping out were controlled by Brother Blood. And then, when he's at his absolute limit, and there's nothing, everything seems hopeless, he creates the mother of all... he's not pulling from the ass, he's pulling from the entire digestive system. He regrows all four of his limbs.
Through the absorption
And-
of the other drones that happened.
Yeah, somehow that worked. Somehow that fucking worked.
It's not in the circuitry, is it? Because it's in my asshole.
Yeah, so that works somehow.
Yo. Oy.
Yeah.
And then,
And then he basically goes Ultra Instinct on Brother
yeah,
Blood.
he goes Ultra Instinct. And then it doesn't actually, it doesn't make one lick of sense. It would have been cliche if it had been power of friendship, all of the Titans believed in him, and, that gave him the motivation to keep going. Or, maybe he sees all of them,
Oh, bitch.
all strung up, like they're Like
I mean,
they're
they were.
Ultraman up on the fucking cross, you know.
I mean, they kind of
going-
were in the crucified position and surrounding Cyborg.
Maybe, but seriously, like it maybe you know if it would have been cliched if he'd have seen, you know, Brother Blood about to execute all of his friends, and he he pulls out and like grows regrows all of
Turns
his
into a
limbs that way,
dinosaur.
hey, or does something, whatever the fuck. That would have been cliched, but it
would've
would have
made
been
sense.
better than this. It would have made half a lick of sense, because then, and that would have been in like one of those pump you up moments, like holy shit, man, yeah, you
got the
touch. You pull
You
that.
got the power.
Yeah, you pull that solution out of your ass, Vic, because it's like you're hyper motivated to save the day now. You saved your friends, Oh, that's fucking awesome. They didn't do that.
No.
They didn't do that, Kevin.
Look, here's the thing. I wasn't even a fan of that season finale either. I didn't like Cyborg's whole plot season. And it just...
The standalone episodes were better.
Yeah, his standalone episodes were way better than this.
Like
Like
the
episode?
focus
Just like
episodes
with
he
South
had in
Park.
previous seasons, those were better.
And in later seasons.
Yeah, the goofy-ass standalone episodes that he was involved in that season, those were better. Like the weird-ass one where Beast Boy, where the mouth, they go, the fucking, what's his name? In the Larry episode, that was awesome.
Yeah. Mr.
Everybody
Why
loves
are
Larry,
you
though.
telling Twitch? Why are you telling
It's
me
like
that Amarath and
House Spider.
Hasanabi are streaming? Those are the two people I least want to watch. Like,
Okay.
Oh,
Miss, I can barely keep my
fucking
fucking
Weasley, little
swimsuit
liar,
on
dude.
in these hot tub streams, and Hassan, Man of Steel Piker,
Hassan, man of rubber.
Chop!
you should, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video Mahler made called Hassan Piker, Man of Steel, Steal, or just watch the EFAPs that he and the EFAP crew did on Hassan's streams, and the fallout that came in when JXE complained that Hassan was stealing his videos.
Who
Man
the
of
fuck is
Steel.
Hassan Piker? I thought Hassan was the guy who kept wanting to chop up Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny.
Hassan,
Hassan-
I'm going
Hassan-
to kill you.
Hassan Piker is the guy Sam Hyde is going to come kill in real life.
I'm obsessed with him.
Hassan Chop!
And here's the thing. And then we, at the very least, with the Raven's season finale, it was like one of those situations where she always had the power. It's just, she was told her whole life that, she was powerless to do something, even though she could.
Yeah.
So that at least made some lick of sense. And then there's also the Robin and rallies the Titans to defeat Slade in the season 1 finale. Terra overcomes Slade's control device in the season 2 finale, and then sacrifices herself to save Jump City.
Yeah, and she's just a statue that the Titans keep in their basement, and then is never brought up again.
We'll get back to that
Oh,
eventually.
goody, I can't wait for that. That'll be really, really, really good.
Anywho.
I would love to know how they're planning on making this, I'm sorry, my... Sims 4, my eyes are really itchy.
We know we're not
What are
going
they
to get
specifically?
Those who know, do not tell Alex.
At least we're going to get Boogie versus Wings of Redemption.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's an actual thing happening.
Anywho,
They signed the
and
contract.
I want somebody buy me a fucking ticket for that. I want to be there in real life when that happens.
They're legit training, and the fucking jokes are hilarious. From Boogie, like he's like hunting for flies, and the Keystar is like, "Why are you hunting for flies? Why are you hunting for flies?" And Boogie 2988, you know, the guy who played Francis, is going to.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes,
Boogie 1488.
He's going to box
Wings of Camp Demption.
Yep, he's going to box Wings of Redemption. They're legitimately training. They're legitimately trying to get in enough shape so they can box each other at a YouTube fighting event. And what's fun, what makes it funnier is the jokes that Boogie keeps on making about Wings. Like Keemstar finds him like he's hunting flies, and he's like, "Why are you hunting flies?" And Boogie's like, "Well, because flies have wings." And there's another one where he's stacking pizza boxes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And so he's like, "Hey, I'm done with my pizza. Now I'm hungry for wings." Every chance he gets, he's dunking on Wings of Redemption.
Alrighty then.
It's funnier when you actually hear it and see it, man.
No, I understand. It's funny,
It's
but
something.
like Jesus fucking Christ.
At least,
you know,
Boogie
has Wings of Redemption is gonna curl up into a fucking corner and let Boogie beat his ass. Boogie's got that psycho spirit, and he's got that I'm gonna pull a fucking gun on some dickhead that comes to my door, and fire off shots into the air.
I pull out a gun on no jutsu.
Doesn't he have cancer?
Miley Flanagan just in.
I don't know, man.
Say
Movie
that
keeps on
line.
changing the story every time.
Man,
I have depression.
I
I
don't
don't have
fucking
depression. I have cancer. I don't have cancer. You know, I got a big dick. I got a small dick. I got 300 women. I got one wife. The story keeps on changing for a lot of shit, man. I don't know.
Look, I got
movies.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Not anymore, anyway.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, Jerry Springer died.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry Springer died. The only thing I've ever seen of him is Austin Powers. So
And I saw him in The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, he was in The Simpsons.
Yeah, he did his own voice.
So anyone who doesn't know,
He was. His live studio audience got vaporized by Kang.
yes,
Now hold on there, Kang. You can't bully my audience.
man, he was part of that generation, but you know, as much as people say,
Quillfish.
as much as people say that it was horrendous TV, it was still something entertaining to watch. Not entertaining as in like it's good, but like entertaining as in like it's a circus.
You know, the funny thing is, like, the Jerry Springer Show didn't start off as, you know, as rambunctious as it became. And,
Right.
like, that was something that happened, and, like, it started off kind of organically, and then he started, like, playing it up. He started specifically getting people on who he thought would do whack-ass shit on the air. Kind of like Howard Stern. And like Howard Stern had a couple of people freak out live on his show and say weird shit, and then he started trying to prod people in it, and then he lost his balls and stopped being edgy. Hey, so now he's just basically just an establishment guy, you know?
Yeah, I think the moment he started going off on bronies was when I caught on. Like, yeah, he's lost his balls. He could have done something more.
I vaguely remember that, and that's still so fucking stupid. Like, why? Hey, like, bronies didn't do anything to you, Howard. What the fuck is your problem?
He wasn't the only news anything that were like going after bronies in the first place. There was like a couple of British news stations, a couple of U.S. news stations. I never really understood. Like, okay, it's weird that grown men are into.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
ponies.
I get it's fucking strange, but come
yeah,
on.
but this ain't the
like,
first thing.
people are into weirder shit than that.
Dude, you still post brony shit on Ace's Discord.
And that doesn't really mean I associate with them. Look,
I mean, like, yeah,
So you're one of
I'm
them
an Undertale
self-hating
fan.
No,
I am
never-
not part of the Undertale fandom.
Yeah, it's like one of
Look at what we have here.
Look, I get it. That, okay, if I love Star Trek, that must mean I'm a. Look, it's like this. If I like Star Trek, that doesn't mean I'm automatically a Trekkie. If I'm a Star Wars fan, that doesn't mean I'm automatically
a demonym. Okay, so Brony and Trekkie are both demonyms for like people who like. So like if you're a guy who likes My Little Pony, you're automatically a Brony. If you are a girl who likes My Little Pony, you're automatically a Pegasister. Same way, like if you like Star Trek, you are automatically a Trekkie. That is just a demonym. And like if you are from America, you are an American. That is not something that you have direct control over. Meanwhile, like, that's a Lettian. And meanwhile, like you don't have to engage with the fandoms. You don't have to engage with the groups to technically be a part of the group. Like, you know, I am a Mississippian. I don't really engage in a whole lot of like Mississippi-specific culture, you know? Like, I mostly just kind of keep to myself and, you know, do my own thing, you know?
Right.
Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's funny is that I did used to associate with the Brony fandom because you know there's a lot of people that share my interest in it, but at the same time, as years went on, I'm like, I mean, I don't think I want to be with them anymore because I'm hearing a lot of shit like people were freaking out when Twilight Sparkle got her wings. People kept on wanting the Rainbow
I
Dash
understand.
The people wanted the Apple Dash, Rainbow Dash gay couple thing to be an actual thing. I'm like, bro, come on now. No.
This is a show aimed at like 7-year-olds. Like any kind of romantic anything in it, it is automatically gonna be like it's not a good idea. Like leave shipping drama out of.
People keep adding me.
There's gonna be drama
people
in any
keep adding me to
fandom,
list of Bitcoin prize, and I'm like, yeah, I'm blocking you.
Yeah, that's a good idea because those are likely spam bots.
There's gonna be a lot of drama with like pairings and ships on though, no matter what cartoon you go to though.
Yeah,
like,
well, like my go-to example is Steven Universe. Steven Universe was metastasized cancer. Or in the shipping drama was fucking awful. And then like, you know, there's a different example. I think like people in the comments on like Overwatch porn, people will bitch about like straight porn involving Tracer.
That's some bullshit.
It's like, oh, Tracer's canonically gay. Tracer is an avatar or in a video game, and she barely has character. She is a British accent attached to a pair of very hot legs.
And ass.
Truest love.
Yeah.
The cavalry's here.
Like the thing that people forget is that and like people draw Batman and Superman fucking each other, or people draw Goku and Vegeta fucking each other. Nobody, like, it's strange, sure, but, you know, and people will draw, like, characters from My Hero Academia, and characters who, like, people draw Goku and Bulma, and Vegeta and Chi-Chi, and, you know, Chi-Chi and Yamcha, and Android 18 with fucking everybody, because she's the best girl in Dragon Ball, don't at me.
Fidel, don't at me.
Okay, I have to agree. Videl and Android 18, but and they'll draw Videl. They'll doing it with all kinds of people. Well, like, people don't give a shit about canon when it comes to their pornography. The only reason they'd give a shit about it is if it was official, you know. Oh, Sonic and Shadow going at it. And they draw the Sonic characters going at it with OCs, you know. Oh, this is not canon, nobody
Amy
cares.
Rose, Sally Acorn, Rouge the Bat, especially Rouge the Bat.
Rouge the Bat doing it with literally everybody. Yeah, because she's probably like the closest thing to a traditional woman character or that you'd see, and also like she's got that like bad girl thing going on, you know.
Yeah.
With the fucking cleavage. Dear God, that cleavage.
Them titties, man. He's the definition of a short stack.
Yeah.
But dude, since you brought up Steven Universe, I think they're worse than the Bronies. People want to talk about like
by far and away, Steven. The Brony fandom has never bullied somebody into a suicide attempt that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Like if you like My Little Pony or a Brony, you'll get bullied. But if you're into Steven Universe, you're likely one of the bullies.
Or,
I think it's worse.
Oh, if you step one toe out of line in that universe, first they'll fucking end you.
Dude, you draw one of the girls with a skin tone, just one skin tone off.
Okay, that is a giant fucking problem. In like the internet art community shit, because like Barack Obama goes back and forth between looking like a white guy with a tan and like close to Sam Jackson color, or depending on what lighting he's in, you know?
Right. And that's what they'll bring up too. Like, oh, it's just the lighting. It's just what the materials I was using. They'll still call you racist.
Or it was the fucking color palette. Because pastel colors tend to be very light and fluffy looking.
Right.
People who don't know shit about art need to stop talking about art, because there's like very few times will I do like an I fixed it kind of edit. But that's mostly with like shitty comic art.
Right, what people are mostly using
like a color or a facial expression, and I'll edit something like that. But not somebody's fan art. If somebody got paid an exorbitant amount of money to work on something, and they fucked it up, I'll edit their shit till the cows come home. If you charge me like $5 for a comic, because it is like, granted I haven't actually bought a comic recently, but if you charge like an absurd amount of money for a comic, and the art is shit, I am going to make as many edits of that as I fucking want. But if somebody's posting this shit up online for free, hey, lighten up, dude. Jesus Christ.
It doesn't help that a lot of these fix it. Like, I fixed it art is not really fixing it. It's more like trying to make it into...
Well, they make them fat and like darker skinned usually.
Oh yeah, or like
that's like a whole new level of offensive.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what are you saying? That he can't be good unless they're that race? That's kind of bad. Oh, you're saying that there isn't enough of characters that are this race. Doesn't that make it worse, though? Saying that, that race doesn't deserve its own characters. Now you gotta, like, race swap everyone. Like Morales, you got Black Panther, you got the bunny girl from My Hero Academia that I want my head to be squashing in between those goddamn big thick thighs.
Literally,
I mean, what?
Literally one of the hottest.
Mirko?
Yeah, Mirko.
Literally
one of the hottest characters in that show, in that entire franchise, and she gets sidelined. I want an entire series about her.
She's actually prominently featured in the Team Up Mission mangas.
Oh, that's nice.
Didn't she get her leg chopped off or something?
Yeah, she got one of her legs. Yeah, she got one of her legs chopped off recently. Yeah, but she got a prosthetic to fix it. So
yeah, she's still.
And it was from the knee down. It was from below the knee. So you don't have to worry about the thighs are intact.
Still your leg though. Also,
no, I'm saying the thighs are still intact. So.
Yeah, but she's still like the abilities of a bunny, right? I mean,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be like that? That's practically losing half your body if you're gonna lose like part of your leg.
I mean, she's got a cybernetic leg now, so.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, look, like it's a bunny. It relies on its legs to do literally everything from communication, from running to jumping to
Yeah, but she can
everything
talk.
else, right? So, wouldn't that pretty much be losing half of your ability if you're gonna lose just one leg, or even part of your leg for that matter?
Okay, Growlithe, I'm gonna need you to stop running away so I can... Growlithe, I'm gonna need you to stop running away so I can knock you out. I need your experience points.
Mama said knock you out.
And the funny
Fucking
thing
love that
about
record.
going back to the bronies, it's funny thing they're still around considering the show is still not the exact same
Well,
one, but
yeah, the new shitty show is taking
I
over.
wouldn't call it shitty. It's more like I would put it on as background music. I've seen
okay. So the thing that drew me into Friendship is Magic was the fact that it had a very unique look, and it had like very good 2D animation, and for being like a toy tie-in in kids TV show. Oh, and you know, I stuck around for the characters, but like the problem with the CGI show is that, like, you remember those CGI ads they had for stuff like that, like way back when?
right.
That were like kind of cheap and shitty. It reminds me of that.
Well,
Dugo, you're a fucking dragon! It's a dog that can kind of breathe fire!
funny thing about that 3D show, apparently people actually don't people hate it enough to the point where the fan art is mostly just either their own 2D art style, or they're trying to use their own version or the exact same art style of the
Friendship
Friendship is Magic. Yeah, exactly that.
Fucking priceless.
Like, there's this channel called Argol. That person's like a brony animator, and has been doing like fan-made Friendship is Magic art, animations for quite a while now. And there's this like storyline thing where one of the My Little Pony characters is like going to random Friendship is Magic worlds for some reason. They literally never speak, so they never explain why.
Yeah.
Their world is being destroyed, and so they go to like another world, and they look around, everything's fine, and then they turn around, they see like the generation like 5 ponies. They're like drawn in like the Friendship is Magic art style, and they're looking at them like, "What the hell? Where'd you come from?" And so from then on, every time those characters came around,
Tugo, you're a fucking dragon. You're a dragon. You outrank him by like 2 levels.
Ever since then, every time those G5 characters came along, they were always drawn in the Friendship is Magic art style. He never once goes into 3.
Well, can you?
Excuse me. He never.
Oh my God! It's Entei.
You found Entei? Let me guess. He made you retreat? Alex?
Okay. No, he just fled.
Yeah, that's a habit.
Hang on, I had Master Balls still. Shit. I could have caught him. Hang on. What the fuck?
Poison to your
Oh yeah, I heard that there's going to be an announcement this month for the next Mortal Kombat game.
OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. That's just great, guys. Let's check on the health of the Twitch stream over here. Sometimes... Okay.
Why would you stream on Twitch? They're Nazis that's like to censor everything.
I know that, but we're actually getting a lot of traffic over there. So.
Well, you could try streaming on Kick.
What?
Not Kick, the mobile app. Kick, the streaming app.
I don't
It's
even know what that is.
it's fairly new. There's a lot of people that are using it because it's funded by another a former Twitch streamer. I forgot what his name was. Trainwrecks.
Is it KIK or
KICK. The KIK is the
KICK?
mobile app. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kick. It's not kick.com. It's because that leads you to somewhere else.
Or
It's
picnic.
oh wait, it is kick.com. They changed the URL. It used to be kick.beta, I think, but now it is kick.com. Yeah, what was it? What was the story again? Trainwrecks built it so people that do gambling streams could go there for an alternative to Twitch. But because of how lax the place is, a lot of people are now moving to there because, they don't like how draconian the Twitch rules are. When it comes to like violence, blood, sexual situations, sexual tones, basically anything Twitch has banned or are against.
Awesome. So that means that I can stream Leisure Suit Larry over on there.
Yes, actually, you can from what I hear, as long as you're not streaming outright porn, you can stream like 18 plus content there. So like visual novels, dating sims, point and clicks, puzzle games, that kind of thing. As long as it's not outright porn, like as long as you don't like.
Oh, okay.
Can I stream Honey Pop on there?
Yes, actually, I've been that's why I've been a little happy because now I found a place where I can stream Honey Pop 1 and 2 uncensored. Like the only thing I was able to stream on YouTube.
You had it fucking paralyzed.
The only thing I was able to stream on YouTube from that company was.
I seem to be struck by you.
How do you do that command?
Come on, Alex, you know the word.
Oh.
Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I'm gonna make you move. Me on my way to you. Me on my way to you. No, I remember that because you stand. I can't remember. I've listened to that song a lot,
and paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. Well, if your body matches what your eyes can do, I wanna make you move.
Me on my way to you.
Now that song is associated with toilet quagmire for some reason.
Oh God. This Graveler just killed Charlie the Ursaring.
Probably because that was one of those default songs that YouTube had back in the day.
Yep. And by the way,
that was back when YouTube. That was back when YouTube
out today
had a music library of actual music instead of like stock music.
If I'm going to be using music in my streams, I've been using mostly video game music. I can't even use internet music because I'm afraid. Because you know how there are
you can use anything in the YouTube audio library is free to use on YouTube.
I was gonna say there is a case you can do that, but there have been other cases where for some reason YouTube will actually like give you a warning of some sort because the music that's especially made for streams, like the YouTube music, apparently they have some sort of copyright shit on them or something like that. So they'll
okay. Hey, if somebody is doing that to YouTube audio streams, you must contest that because YouTube will not do that. Like
YouTube,
anything that's in the YouTube audio library is, YouTube has secured. Well, it's not public domain, but YouTube has secured the rights to use that in YouTube videos. So, like if somebody is claiming that, they're claiming that falsely.
Claiming it falsely with misinfo, claiming it falsely.
All right, time to.
I can't tell if you're doing and Jack Black are killing me softly there.
Peaches,
Killing me
peaches,
softly.
Peaches,
Okay.
peaches, peaches, peaches. Hey.
That song must win Best Original Song.
Alex, that
It
movie.
could.
Alex, that movie grossed over $1 billion.
I
Yeah.
know.
I heard,
Man,
yeah.
as
it
big
went
of
over
a
the billion
troll as
mark.
Kaiser Neko was, he kind of predicted that there was going to be a love song.
In less than a month.
I'm gonna fuck you softly.
I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna fuck you sweetly. I'm
Yeah,
gonna ball you
I thought that there was going to be
discreetly.
like a
Oh,
G-rated
wow.
Jack Black song.
I didn't know. I
instead
didn't
of
know
screwing-
that my voice could do that. I thought I could just go down and go back up. Oh wow, that was really.
By the
fucking
way,
strange.
there is a post-credit scene. There is a mid-credit scene where Bowser is still trapped inside of a cage while
That was great.
Tiny.
A bunch of
And
people left the
they-
theater before we saw that, and I
Sadly,
I
I
looked
was-
around and it was like,
sadly- Yeah,
who-
I did not see that. And Bowser's like, "Do you know who I am? I am Bowser, our king of the."
Oh, the ending one. Okay, I thought you meant like.
And
when
then we have the post-credit scene where we tease Yoshi.
he started singing.
In the upcoming sequel.
So I just saw a thing here. So you remember when Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was announced?
Yes.
You remember how it was delayed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a pretty good assumption to say that it's been canceled at this point, because the last time we got an update was 2 years ago, and they said that Hardsuit Labs, which they're the guys who made Blacklight Retribution, I believe, and I think that was part of the reason why Blacklight Retribution shut down.
Really?
Yeah, it was because they were moved over to working on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And then they got taken off Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So, that's great. And Nisher Shell says, "It's been 2 years and the only news has been we fired everybody involved. This shit is never getting made." Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like, this game is fucking vaporware at this point.
Or abandonware, technically.
No, it has to be vaporware. Here is a game that's promised but never materialized. Abandonware. Here is a game that exists but has been abandoned.
Well, technically, it's abandonware because it's been abandoned, and
Abandonware is specifically with released software.
I know that.
Vaporware
That's
is stuff
why
that hasn't been
Blizzard-
released.
That's why Blizzard has to keep sending out cease and desist to private servers, because they're afraid if they don't, their game will become abandoned.
Dude, you're not selling the game anymore. Who gives a fuck?
Well, they did wind up. They did wind up. Okay, so I just saw a picture of Conan and O'Brien and just killing time during the writers' strike. And I lost my train of thought. So what the hell was the what the hell were we just talking about? We were talking about abandonware. Yeah. They did release, Blizzard did release a like WoW Classic, and they're like going back through and re-releasing all of the other stuff as like WoW X Classic, WoW, Wrath of the Lich King Classic, WoW. I can't wait for them to get to Cataclysm Classic, because that'll just
that'll be hilarious.
That's gonna be pushing the limits of the term classic by that point. Then we got Mists of Pandaria, and it's like, okay, I understand that it's been a while, but
Mists of
can we
Pandaria was
stop?
great. Fight me.
No, I'm not saying that Mists of Pandaria was bad. I'm saying, well, I can't say that because I've already, I never played it. I stopped playing WoW before that happened.
I'll keep playing WoW as long as I keep finding private servers, which means free.
I play
it is-
on emulator.
It is technically free to play, but is
Nope.
is WoW Classic free?
No.
Technically, if you look for the private servers.
No, I'm talking about like if you go through the official channels.
No.
Okay.
Or I
It
say
is not
technically, because
free.
that's the only way you get it for free. That's why I say technically, because
Yeah,
that's the only way you'll get it
then
for
it's
free is
not
the
technically
private
then.
servers.
Yeah, that's
The private servers. Those are the
It's
only ways you can get it
bullshit.
for free.
That's bullshit. That is Alpha Omega Sin, Alex.
that's a problem. That's one of the things where they should have been offering,
See,
standalone.
right now I am playing with player bots, and I am actually having a blast.
They should have been offering a standalone product for a very long time, but they didn't. And then
No, get mine up.
no, something else that. So World of Warcraft, I can kind of understand because there's some stuff in there that's built for a lot of the quest lines are kind of built for working together after a point. I don't think there's any major content in Star Wars: The Old Republic that couldn't be played with yourself and your team of NPCs. NPCs, kind of like
I'm in a battleground
like you
right
did
now, though.
back in Knights of the Old Republic,
NPC.
Bless you.
And let me tell you, these NPC bots will kick your ass, much like sometimes even harder than a regular player would.
Yeah. Ugh.
Alex
Pop
is
my
like,
neck.
yeah, I don't believe you.
I mean, I don't. Frankly, I don't care. I stopped playing World of Warcraft a very long time ago.
I'll
Long
play
time ago.
World of Warcraft if they actually, you get rid of the subscription plan and just be a man and
Oh,
give us a free to fucking
They're
play World of
never gonna
Warcraft.
do that. The fact that they even allowed
Nah.
like free to play up to level 20 is
Fuck that noise.
interesting,
Yeah, I am playing in a Warsong Gulch with a bunch of player bots, and I am capturing the flag.
Damn
And
it. Fuck you, Yami.
apologies, I couldn't resist just making the hiccup noises.
Ah, yes, like Blue. Are you gonna do a hiccup routine like Blue and Foster's?
No.
Tugo is trying to learn Dragon Rage, but Tugo can't learn more than 4 moves. Should I
Well-
delete a move to make room for Dragon Rage?
Dragon Rage only does 40 damage and 40 damage only.
See that? I just got my ass kicked.
Okay. Well, I have Wrap, Thunderwave, Twister, and Extreme Speed. But Dragon Rage tops out at 40 damage, period, no matter how high
Yeah.
you level up.
God
Yep.
damn.
Okay,
Oh, that's
well,
bullshit.
Oh,
I
it's
have
true.
Wrap, Thunderwave, and Twister and Extreme Speed. Are any of those worth keeping versus,
I'm getting my
versus,
ass kicked
Dragon
from a
Rage?
battleground, and I
Wrap
can't blame
certainly
my
isn't.
teammates.
Okay, so I should replace Wrap with Dragon Rage then?
Oh, another
Yeah.
gaming news. The Street Fighter 6 demo is out,
Alright.
and whatever character progression and character customization you've made in that game will port over to the main game when you buy it.
Including small arms the fighter.
Yeah, actually, interesting thing about that, depending on how big, long, or depending how you customize your character, that translates over to the hitboxes.
Yep.
So if you got Tic Tac arms, that's the biggest your hitbox will be for your arms. If you got legs the size of tree trunks, that's how big the hitbox will be for that.
Oh,
Same
God.
with the head,
People
chest, midsection, everything.
People are gonna make
customability should
characters
not
with
be allowed
really
in the
long
game.
arms and with really long arms and legs, but really a small but really small body.
People have been doing that in the video game industry for years. It's called big head mode.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
I
Oh
really
God.
wish she could.
Oh, God,
I'm
I just realized,
angry,
Gizmo. We,
I'm
in theory,
saying,
if we could make
sometimes
the whole
goodbye is
Nintendo
a second chance.
Switch Online communication work between us, we could do GoldenEye.
See reflections
No, but
on the water,
I hate the.
more than
Fuck.
darkness
Fuck you,
and the
Yami. But I really
depths.
hate the Nintendo app thing that we're forced to
See
use if
him
we want to talk online,
surface,
though.
never a shadow on the winds. I feel his breath.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Gizmo. Oh, if we could do that, we could just go for slappers only.
Found his weakness, golden eye, underwater place.
Gizmo himself. There was a Gizmo that was in a
time
Teen
for
Titans
secrets.
episode that we watched yesterday.
Kiss and bring him to his knees. Guns N' Roses should have done a cover of that song.
Oh, funny thing
Big
about the
fat
Gizmo
black-
name. Because I've had the name for so long on DoorDash, because I didn't want people knowing my real name for so long, I forgot to change it because, if people are smart enough, they could, actually track me down using DoorDash if they're smart enough. I forgot
Actually,
to change
know
it.
Gizmo's name. I'm not gonna say it though, but I know it.
But here's the funny
It's
thing, though.
Dan.
I forgot to change it so much. I forgot that people would always ask, not only is that your real name, is that really your real name, and did you watch Gremlins? And I always
I
say,
know.
yeah,
I
I
know
would always-
Gizmo's real name. It's Dan. You take off that mask, and he's just Dan Hibiki underneath.
Hadouken!
No, his real name is Eric Gady.
That's
It's
what he's real
it's
name.
actually just yeah, Gizmo's real name is Eric Gady. And he actually stole Ace Salieri's life, and he's trying to pretend to be him.
And the Gizmo that we have on screen now is the real Ace Salieri, who's had his brain erased.
Yeah. And he now thinks that he's the Master Roshi of Discord. Wait, hang on. Actually, let's settle a debate. Because nobody answered my question. Who do you guys think Gizmo is more like? Master Roshi or Jiraiya?
Roshi.
Yeah.
Well, except I'm not going to go through some girl's drawers and sniff her panties and take them for myself.
Or nor are you gonna shrink down into a small person and
That's
to
some
sneak
micro
up
shit,
on
man.
to sneak
You
up
are
on
a
somebody in the
human
bathroom,
animal.
because that is an actual thing that Roshi did.
I
once,
remember that, yes.
which is showcased in Dragon Ball Z Kai Bridge 3.1 or 3. The part when Cell absorbed 17 and then suddenly we're stuck in a Pornhub video.
I've been meaning to ask.
Gizmo, you remember that, right?
No.
Because there's a part when Cell's
Oh,
absorbing
God damn
17
it. Hold
in the Kai abridgment, and as he's doing that, we're suddenly in a Pornhub tab video. And oh god, the title.
Guys, I just saw some really interesting news. I'm gonna post it.
Oh, is it the
Right
Saint
here in
Christian
the
out-
broadcast chat.
Is it
You
Saint Christian out in the
motherfuckers are
wild?
not gonna believe this.
Christian out in the wild?
Great, now we gotta capture him with a Pokeball.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I've
somebody-
seen that, yeah.
Somebody get your fucking Master Ball out, because,
Christian is out in the wild. That
Yeah.
picture is of him recently at a Walmart. Yeah, it's to keep them away from kids and
Oh,
grown men
God.
and grown women.
I
And
wonder,
old,
And
just
God.
keep
society
away from
in general.
everybody.
Oh, God. Why?
See, I think we just gave Kevin PTSD.
Get that away.
Because, Kevin, now that you have PTSD, this is what you have to do. You have to smoke cheap ciggies, you gotta grope people's legs constantly, you have to, make
No, I
fun of
don't.
disabled children.
Don't be silly. He's not Momo-kun.
Gizmo knows who I'm actually
yeah,
referencing.
I know he's talking about. Yeah, it's an in joke.
Of course it is.
Momo-kun did all of that.
Oh shit, Momo-kun, like, actually pulled a drunken punk? Fuck.
Yeah.
So the
I think
SS
Momo-kun. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
so-
Momo-kun did it first. Like she was
Okay, I-
groping people at
Smoked
conventions and
ciggies?
like trying to Me Too people, and then like people were bringing up like didn't you weren't you getting handsy at a con?
Yeah.
Well, guys,
That kind of thing.
this game actually has puzzles to solve. And you could actually push stuff around, even though you're a small boy in this game.
Yeah, I remember Neon Rainbow Lion just kind of was passive about it too, Momo-kun.
Oh, and here's our cipher admin of this portion
Alex,
of the
you
game.
remember Neon Rainbow Lion, right?
After all,
Yeah, I
to
remember all the
get
fights
here.
we used to get into
Here.
and how I
Get
tried,
here.
how many chances I tried to give that guy, and then eventually banning him for. He was bitching at me for complaining about like social justice commentary in the Injustice comic.
Oh,
And I
for
said,
fuck.
because I said that it didn't make any sense for people to be wailing when Aquaman and
What Aquaman is literally...
and
What
is,
Aquaman
you know,
is just like...
Team Atlantis World Sea Police, you know?
Yeah, Aquaman just be like, better not be doing what I think you're doing.
Like, I feel like this is something he would have already been doing, and like he wouldn't have just started out of nowhere. Or this is something
Anyway,
he should have been doing.
After
And-
all
and
I
I'm-
do to get here, we let
Neon?
one get away on us. Isn't that right, Snidel? Oh, yes, indeed. Such a lost opportunity, for it was obviously rare. If only it had been caught.
Come join
Why,
me.
if you caught it, Gorgon, your collection would have been enhanced by 0.0%. In such a disappointing loss. Took up because you made so much noise, Gorgon, sir. I heard that! You're pinning the blame on me! That's blatant insubordination! I'm in a foul mood today. Not plain foul. Foul. Today of all day. Oh, Gorgon, sir, an intruder. That fool Snattle had to screw up. Someone let this outsider get in here? Our recovery plan's done, but we can't let you go. Not after you've seen us here. Hey! Yes, sir? Teach this little boy a thing or two about pain. Aye,
Nasty.
sir.
I mean,
Just leave everything to me. You can be assured the job will be done while you return to the lair. See to it! He's got massive arms, but tiny-ass legs. Well, now you heard the man. I must get back to the lair, too. You know what to do. Wait a second, that's not what you said! Allow me to explain. We have a crucial job to do at the lair. We need to make shadow Pokemon from those that were on this ship. You do agree that this is indeed important, don't you? If you were to do the job, you would take 38% more effort than I. In that case, Gorgon's mood would worsen by 72%. You do agree that is indeed most inefficient, don't you? As a result, if you were to take this boy on in my place, we would be ahead 63% in terms of overall efficiency. You do understand, don't you? It's only for efficiency's sake. I'll be going now. Why do I always get the feeling that I've been had?
You have.
Oh well, if I don't beat you here, I wouldn't be fulfilling my duties. Don't hold a grudge for this.
Don't tell me
And
what to
we're
do.
fighting against Smarton. He's kind of a dullard, if you ask me.
Anyone else kind of bored of the Sword Art Online games as of ever?
Yes.
That thing that Phantom Strider hates.
I still haven't played any of them.
I refuse to because of three little letters. MMO.
Okay,
You're an anime
Gizmo,
based off of an MMO. You can't
you
just
heard
make
it
an
here
MMO.
first,
But
folks.
you play
Gizmo
WoW,
wants them to make
Gizmo. That's an
Gizmo
MMO.
Gizmo wants them to make SAO an MMO that trapped people
Yes.
inside of it into a real MMO.
Yes.
And Akihiko
No,
Kaiba
kidding
can
aside, though, I really do want them to make an MMO. They've been making too many.
and the second
RPG
VR mode
hack and
comes out, there's gonna be a glitch that traps everybody in the fucking game.
And Kaiba wasn't going to be
Look, I
able to
really am
patch
not.
that out
I'm
because
really
of
not kidding.
the
They
rush
have to just.
time.
I'm really
Yeah.
not kidding. They really have to just make an MMO already. It's about
Yeah,
It's an
yeah,
anime about an
seriously.
MMO. It's an anime about an MMO. The worlds are from MMOs. They keep talking about MMOs. Dude, just make an MMO.
Should I delete a move to make room for agility?
What do you need?
Okay. So
What do you need? What do you need?
I have
What do
Bite,
you need?
Flame Butt, Bite, Flame Wheel, Ember, and Headbutt. But should I delete one of those to make room for agility, or just delete agility?
Gizmo, what do you think?
What move again?
He's wanting to learn agility, but he has Bite, Flame Wheel, Bite, Flame Wheel, what
Ember
else
and Headbutt.
Which one's stronger? Flame Wheel or Ember?
Flame Wheel.
Then replace Ember.
Yeah, because...
Is agility any good?
What?
It's supposed to make you faster.
It makes your...
Is it an attack as well, or...?
No, it increases your speed by 2 stages.
Hmm.
I watched you battling those downright bizarre people. You're some kind of tough, aren't you?
No, but it is.
Okay, well, I don't want agility then. I like having all those extra attacks.
Okay.
You have 2 fire attacks already. One's stronger than the other.
I know.
Me?
I
I just happened to stumble upon
I need more.
across this ship, so
I need more DACA.
my home. You know,
Kevin, you know of my need for more DACA.
Oh,
I gotta have more DACA.
Just like how.
I mean, I did
though.
send you a video of how much DACA you need.
All of it.
Which is 10 hours, or that could be considered ASMR to you.
Am I really that insane to think that maybe they should start making an MMO based off their anime MMO? Because I think they should have done that years ago.
That would honestly make too much sense, which is probably why they didn't do it. It's Sony. Sony is...
Sony.
Sony is allergic to making good business decisions.
Well, then don't make it for Sony. I mean, they poured it
Sony owns it.
Sony
owns A1 Pictures. Sony owns the studios that make the SAO games.
Well,
Sony owns both of the companies that distribute Hoot and Dub the series.
Well, have them get out of the contract then, because Sony hasn't been really...
Can't do that. Sony owns Sword Art Online.
They
can't let you do that stuff.
They've been making bad decisions. They have to look for a way to contract some way.
Can't do that. Sony, he literally owns them.
They've been making bad
Catch
decisions,
lets
though.
you do that stuff.
They have to look for some way
That's
to get
my
out of their
man.
contract because they're not making bank on the PS5. Like they got remakes, remasters.
If Sony owns them, there isn't a contract. It's an outright, right, we own your ass.
They have to
thing.
sell it then.
So
They
if-
gotta look
Are
for a way
you
to
telling
buy it.
us
So
that
if
the
they-
PS5 sucks?
No, Sony has a policy of never selling anything. Like Sony is still holding on to like
Final Fantasy.
Spider-Man.
Well, Sony doesn't own Final Fantasy. Sony
Or do they own Spider-Man? And
No, they do own Spider-Man.
that's on PC now. So
Yeah, but Sony PlayStation Studios port stuff to PC. Yeah, but they still own the rights to it. Like PlayStation Studios and Xbox Studios both put stuff out on Xbox and PlayStation, but that doesn't mean that they've like sold anything off. Sony doesn't sell anything. Sony has been hoarding Sony has been hoarding game properties since before the PS1. Like they own shitloads of material, you know, and people have made offers to try and buy it, and they're just sitting on this stuff. They're not trying to make any money off of it. They're just doing it.
They're just buying it just to buy it.
Doing it.
people wonder why I
Some
don't
of the
like
stuff
Sony.
they don't even know they own. But they're not
People
going to
wonder why I
sell
don't
it
like
because
Sony.
they say, "Oh, we might do something with it," and then they never do.
When was
Yeah.
the last time?
Oh, you
they
mean like how
made-
20th Century Fox treated the Fantastic Four, especially
Yeah, we'll
after
make a
their
movie
last
for you.
album.
Yeah, we'll make a movie for you like every decade or so, just so we can hold on to the rights. But make
Now
a good
they
one,
can't.
nah.
But now they
fuck
can't.
it.
How
Now
many of you have
now we're
played?
owned by Disney.
How many of you have played Brave Fencer Musashi?
I've heard of it. I believe I've played it at one point.
Okay. Do you know if there's a sequel? If you say no, then you're correct because there is no sequel, no
I was
remake or
gonna
EP remaster.
I was gonna
Now,
say
when
I
was the last
don't
time?
think so.
When was the last time you saw Ape Escape?
Down.
Right, exactly the answer.
Metal
Never.
Gear Solid 3.
You think that counts?
What about the inclusion of Ape Escape in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale?
You really think that counts too?
That counts less than Snake Eater.
But the character from Ape Escape is actually playable in that game.
Okay. What game came out after that for Ape Escape then?
Sadly, none.
Exactly.
Okay.
When was the last time we
Let's
saw
see.
anything from Parappa the Rapper?
That's-
Ape
okay,
Escape,
so-
Brave Fencer Musashi.
Okay,
Evil
so Brave
Zone.
Fencer Musashi is a Squaresoft game, so you're gonna have to blame them for that.
Well, I'm most likely going to blame Sony because Square
doesn't own it.
Square everything has been mostly a big seller on
Yeah, but
PlayStation.
Sony doesn't own it.
Well, now my
Like,
Hound
big
Doom
seller on
no
PlayStation is
flamethrower.
irrelevant. Sony doesn't own them.
It's kind of relevant considering Japan
it's not.
It kind of is considering Japan refuses to touch anything Microsoft. When was the last time you heard
Okay,
Xbox?
the Xbox
360,
Series
Xbox
X
One.
is outselling the PS5 in Japan.
Really?
Yes,
The Series X.
the Series X is
I guess I
outselling the PS5 in Japan. The
guess I catch
distribution
you on.
and the games and the hardware is that shit.
I guess that means they're catching on to
Also-
what Sony's doing.
Like they could have put it on the Switch. They could have put it on PC. They could have put it on fucking anything. And they don't.
By the way,
like,
this is-
Sony. By the way, Sony only has control over like maybe what games get published on the platform and maybe what gets what kind of content and it is in them sometimes. They don't control whether Squaresoft resurrects an old game. Now, granted, they are responsible for like Twisted Metal not doing anything, and Jak and Daxter not doing anything, and
God.
Ratchet and Clank having one
Nappa.
fucking game that fucked everything up.
Well, there goes
And the
Bonsly.
movie.
We
Bonsly!
don't talk about the movie.
Hey, Keith, I would like
I
to
do
write a
have the
job
movie somewhere.
featuring you as the main character. Please let me interview you. I have a good
Meanwhile,
feeling about
Microsoft
I
and
didn't
Nintendo
know that the
will-
movie
with my thanks.
existed until the Cinema Stop did a video on it.
Meanwhile, Nintendo and Microsoft are doing wonders for the games on their consoles. Say what you
Yeah.
want about Microsoft, but
But then Xbox
yeah,
Studios is putting out Halo.
at least they're selling their old games and acknowledging their old library.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Xbox TV Studio.
But I'm also talking about their old
And
library.
let's also not forget the fact that
Sony refuses to outright-
Nintendo, in some capacity, is
Oh, yeah, no,
acknowledging
Sony
Nintendo, that's why I
games.
said Microsoft and Nintendo. But think about it
Yeah.
like this: we know Nintendo's going to keep selling their old games, no matter how many times they re-release Super Mario Brothers 1 through 3. People are going to keep rebuying them and replaying them on their newer consoles.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with Microsoft, people thought, Microsoft, what do they have? I don't know, Rare, Bethesda, the games that you keep on playing and are modern masterpieces, so you say. They own Skyrim and they own Fallout. They own the Elder Scrolls franchise.
They need
Now
to
they
put
own
out
the- now they
they need
own
to
the
put out
Doom series.
the original Fallout games with like
That would be
enhancements
interesting.
because
That would be interesting.
I have to go looking for a mod and
Well,
for a
now
game like this there should be an official option and for like
guys,
the
seeing
game
that,
not being in 480p, you know.
well, guys,
Granted,
seeing
it is
that
all
the SS Libra mystery was solved and there is a potential of a lair, or that means we got to head over or there. So, let's get out of this ship.
Oh, granted, I understand pre-rendered graphics.
Oh,
I would like
Oh.
I would like there to be an official option and for their like pay the guys who did the Fallout mod that lets you expand the FOV, you know?
Alex, do you remember Team Snag'em from the last game?
Vaguely.
They're back,
Yay.
and they brought a gloom. I wonder what that gloom is going to do to me.
Level 22 Zubat. It still fucking sucks.
You know, guys, I could bring out my Pokemon and, destroy all three of you at once. Well, aren't you going to do it, Mr. Keith? Aren't you going to do it?
Oh, hang on. Musashi does have a sequel.
Really? What's it called?
Samurai Legend. Released in 2005.
Samurai Legend. I haven't heard of that one.
Yep.
Well,
But,
okay, then.
Again,
They want my snack
that was
machine.
2005.
Right, but again, that doesn't change the fact that Sony is practically sitting on these games
And I'm falling
refusing to
asleep. to
re-release them.
And I've fallen asleep.
Well, that's one of those ones that's caught up in like I think.
Like
let's
even
see,
the ones that they,
Square Enix
even the one-
developed it. Atari published it in Europe, so that might have some problems. And
Will you cut that out?
Gynax was involved in the development and at some point, so that's fucking great, you know. Oh, that's Gynax is a fucking labyrinth of bullshit because when Gynax went under, or some of their stuff, Gynax and the original ADV Studios was like when those two went under, some of their stuff wound up in copyright limbo. So now nobody knows where some of it goes or who owns some specific stuff. So great job, guys. Great job.
By the way, guys, I don't have a snag machine anymore.
Huh?
I don't have a snag machine anymore, so I can't snag
Excuse me.
Pokemon.
Also, it's like think about it like this.
Oh
Despite
well, I
Nintendo
gotta
and
go to the lair now.
Despite Nintendo and Microsoft having like a hold on, I got a sneeze coming. Clue. Excuse me. Despite Microsoft and Nintendo having problems with releasing or re-releasing or
Oh my.
porting their games for in any kind of format, they eventually re-release them in some form or another, whether it be like virtual console, a collection,
Mostly, yeah.
At least they released them in some way people can enjoy them. Sony, on the other hand, even with their most successful and most mentioned old games, they almost outright it's almost like they're ashamed of them for some reason. Like, we got a remake of Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. 4, it could be debated, it didn't need a remake, but they remade it nonetheless.
That's
no,
a Capcom
bag of
thing.
Biden
no,
would
but
like to
here's
battle.
what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Nintendo and Microsoft, they'll re-release
Alex.
their versions of certain games, or as well as their exclusives.
Uh-huh.
Sony, on the other hand, will almost never. I'm saying almost never release them because look.
Okay, so
we'll get
let's
Max
go
Payne
back
1
to the
and-
PlayStation Virtual Console. Well, because that's not true.
I said that's
Like,
why I
there
said
were a
almost. That's why
shitload.
this is why I say almost. Like, we'll get Max Payne 1 and 2 for both PS2 and Xbox consoles ported into their PS3 and Xbox 360 stores. Same thing with same thing when the PS4 and when the Xbox One came out. You should be able to play them in some way. But
Okay,
when you play
so
them on
you
Xbox
can blame that
One,
on the hardware manufacturers, because they're the
What?
ones who decided had to ditch the backwards compatibility that had been industry standard up to that
right,
point.
but you're still able to play them in some way. Like the PS4 is a little more complicated, but with the Xbox One, you can at least get your old copy of Max Payne, put it in there, and have the Xbox One basically just make a digital copy of it. Same thing with
Yeah.
Xbox Series X. You can outright get your old game and put it in there, and you can play it no problem. But for some reason, when it comes to Sony, they're always having problems with their old catalog, whether it be physical or digital. I mean, these are the same people that wanted to close down their PS3 digital store because they outright didn't want to keep selling their old PS3 games anymore, and PS1 games, and PS2 games. Because from what I'm hearing, you need an online connection constantly to play your old games on your PS3, which is
It wasn't
bonkers.
no.
You need to
you
do that
couldn't
on your
even
Switch
do
now.
that. You couldn't even do that. You had to have a cloud copy of the game. It had to be specifically ported for the cloud, like for their cloud Surface shit. Sony's network infrastructure being as infamously bad as it is, that worked out great, even at the best of times.
Which is bonkers to think about because I think Microsoft tried to pitch the same idea, and nobody liked it. And rarely anybody uses that feature in the first place if you get Game Pass. But now Sony is using it now. I mean, weren't these
Game
the
Pass
same...
at least lets you download the fucking game.
Right. Well, it's granted it's for a limited time. It's still for like a long time, up until if you want to like buy it. But still,
it's time enough. Like you can,
right? It's
and you're not
time.
streaming it. Like, good fucking god, you're not Stadia lighting this shit.
But Sony has been trying to do this for so long. I don't know why they even bother anymore. Like, this is the same company when they were going to release the PS4 that they bragged that you can actually lend your physical copies to other people. When Xbox tried to do the whole DRM
the always
thing.
on DRM thing.
Yeah,
that was.
They're not doing that anymore. Nobody's doing that anymore, except for maybe Sony, if you think about it, because of all the cloud and digital and like trying to remove half of their catalog from their digital stores. Like, dude, how did Sony become the bad guy?
See, we can blame part of that on the fact that the PS3 had a really fucked up architecture. And the PS3 and the PS2, because the PS1 had like a comically simple architecture compared to the 64 and the Saturn at the time.
Right.
Like it was easy to do stuff, even though it was like one of the weakest systems out there. And the PS2 is a weird case because if you knew how to program for it, you could make a lot of cool shit happen on there. Unfortunately, it was also really complicated as far as like the emotion engine went. The emotion engine and was stupid, and then the cell processor came around, and dear fucking god, somebody should have... Hang on.
Oh, Benjamin sent me a message.
Yeah. Apparently,
Wait, who did?
apparently
Benjamin.
James Gunn and his, as part of the Writers Guild, is not going to be working on, Superman Legacy. Yeah, although that's been in development long enough that I would have thought they'd have had a finished script by now, you know?
Clearly not.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
And by the way,
Yeah.
I'll probably end up being. I am gonna end up seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 this weekend.
oh, cool.
Get your...
Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Anyways, so well, the PS3 had a stupidly complicated architecture. Like the cell processor, even though they were in the Nintendo 64 area, where even though the cell processor made the PS3 technically the most powerful system of the generation. The problem was it was a bitch to program for because you had to like jump through a bunch of hoops to make games work on it. Which is why Bayonetta has such infamous slowdown
On the PS3 specifically.
on the PS3. Yeah. Like people will say, "Oh yeah, the Xbox 360 isn't as powerful as the PS3," when in reality, and you're like, yeah, that might have been true, but it had more functional power than the PS3 did in a lot of ways. Like games might have looked worse because they had to use, like, for some reason rather than using HD DVD as the format of choice for the games, they just used standard DVDs, which meant that the game file sizes had to be low, and which led to some games being as many as 4 discs.
Well, at least it was easier to copy the games when it came to emulators and shit. I think.
No, because the Xbox... you had to jump through hoops to do Xbox games. The PS3, you could just put a disc into the, like the PS2, you could put a disc into, like, a standard drive and make a copy of it, if you had the right software. But, it was the issue of having a Blu-ray drive, because hardly anybody did. You could still dump it to a hard drive have on the system. If you had a modded system.
Yay, my spinnerack is purified. Isn't that a good thing, Alex?
Sure.
Damn it.
Every day is a good day.
Everybody wants to get zapped.
These guys always got shafted
You
in
can-
the mouse.
And you can change the lyrics of that just a little bit. If you're talking about Chitara from Thundercats. Everybody wants to fuck that cat.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'd want to have sexual relations with fast pussy.
Tigra.
You stole
So
that
unlike-
from the Nostalgia Critic. Shame on you.
So, unlike Bill Clinton, you will definitely not have sexual relations with that pussy.
Tigra, Blake Belladonna, Catwoman, Black Cat.
By the way, Gizmo.
Blake Belladonna is attached to the wrong franchise.
By the way,
I'm sorry,
Gizmo,
then,
I have the.
Coward Belladonna.
By the way,
Maybe-
I have the I have the correct version of Sonic X on Blu-ray.
Have
Gotta
you
go
ever...
fast.
Oh, I used the wrong move. It doesn't
Gotta
matter.
go faster,
Come
faster.
Come on,
Yes,
web
down
camera.
there.
Come on. Don't duck out on me now.
Ah.
Ugh. I'll forget about that.
Don't you love cotton candy?
What is that? Is that even is that a song reference?
Sounds like a
Yes.
Weird Al one.
It's from Bob's Burgers.
Of course it is.
It's a parody of
Why am
Don't
I
You
not
Forget About
surprised?
Me, but instead the
Yeah.
song is Don't
Talking
you
Heads, right?
Love cotton candy.
Gonna get a snack. I'll be right back.
I'm probably gonna wrap it up soon here.
What? But
yeah,
it's
this is
only 8:30.
Yeah, this is usually like a short. These are usually like short streams for me.
Because Oh, level 26. Okay. I've been making more progress than I thought.
On what? Leveling up to that?
Yeah, I might actually, you know what?
Kill
Fuck
the
it.
healer here.
What?
I'm headed to Kanto.
Oh. Well, okay then.
These two rogues
I'm high
are
enough level, I think.
flashing
For
each
right
other.
now, anyways.
Anything else.
To New Bark City I go. New
New
Bark, New Bark. No, there's not a Pokemon Center here. Is there a Pokemon Center waiting for me on the other side of the water?
No.
See ya. Hey, yo, Professor. Gonna borrow your... You have a Healy machine in here.
He should.
Bloody well ought to.
Now I got a Master Ball.
I got a rock.
I already had a bunch of Master Balls because I cheated.
Kind of like what I'm doing right now.
And everybody's gone surfing.
Surfing USA.
USA.
Is that the Hawaii 5-0 song?
No, that's ba 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 ba
Surfing
ba
USA.
I'm back.
ba da 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 da.
Yeah, that song was also in Shrek 2. Enough, Reggie. No, get away from me, Shaman Bot.
Tojo Falls.
So
Oh yeah, a lot of
It's
people
a
are.
Sea King.
A lot of guys are getting thirsty over Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Wait, who is?
A lot of people.
Gizmo said a lot of guys. Are you sure you don't also
A lot of
mean
everybody appears to be getting thirsty over Ganondorf.
Yep.
Found a Moonstone.
And
I
Also-
wonder if Harmony
also,
Lab-
Tears of the
Nearby is
Kingdom-
around.
Tears of the Kingdom has leaked out over on the cat site, so if anybody has a modded Switch, you know what to do.
I don't.
Yeah, me having an OLED Switch, that's an impossibility.
Now, I have an OLED Switch and a, Animal Crossing Switch, so, you know,
Anyway,
not
anyway,
modded
Gizmo-
yet.
Anyway,
Not
Gizmo, what
moddable
I'm
yet, right?
referring to is the fact that and I have the correct version of Sonic X, which is the
Yeah,
uncensored
bad version.
Japanese. The uncensored Japanese version is not the bad version.
It doesn't feature the glorious vocal talents of Jason Griffith and Sonic and Dan Green and Mike
And
Pollock.
Mike
Therefore, it is not a part of my little world.
Oh yeah.
well,
Speaking
here's
of
the thing,
Sonic,
No.
They needed to be in something better.
Wait, which NPC bot is this? Is that
I can't swim 2 feet without running into one of these fucking tentacles.
that is not a fucking
Did you not buy
troll.
repels?
That's not the Torin Moonkin form. What the fuck?
Alex, did you not buy
No, I
any
have-
repels?
I have repels, but I Can you fly me back to the medical center?
Come fly with me, let's fry an egg. Hey, come
My
crawl
word.
with me like a turtle out to the bay.
The Ursaring that I have with me in my game is
Come crawl with
ridiculously powerful.
Oh, did anyone see that Twisted
No.
The Twisted Metal
Metal
trailer.
live action teaser? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, Nose Pass. I wonder if it's a shadow Pokemon.
There's a guy
Didn't
at
you
work
get
who's
into a
been
lot of
bugging me
slot
about
fights
that.
Oh, what a
with the
surprise. It's a
creator
shadow
of
since he
Twisted
heard about
Metal?
And like, I get it. I'm surprised. I'm glad they're doing something with Twisted Metal.
Gizmo
Is
got
it
into
what?
a lot of arguments with the creator of Twisted Metal, I think.
David Jaffe's an ass.
Yeah.
David Jaffe, the guy who can't get out of the room, created Twisted Metal, and my Space Invader's back.
Look,
Tell him that he can't. Tell him, are you able to get out of the room now?
What room?
The room in Metroid Dread.
yeah, so,
That
case for,
room.
and so anybody who doesn't know, David Jaffe was in this very, very infamous incident when Metroid Dread came out. There was an area where he had to shoot the ceiling because part of the ceiling on the other side was another room.
Yep.
You would only be able to know that if you look carefully at that ceiling, because there is like a huge chunk of it that's like a slight discoloration from the rest of the pieces.
And not only that, you would also have the instinct to just shoot everything, since the game outright tells you to, shoot
Right,
everything.
it outright tells you to shoot everything before the patch.
Yep.
So when he was in that room, people in his chat, he was live streaming the game. People in his chat were telling him shoot the ceiling, and he was asking them why. Why should I do that? And so
Why would you ask that? It takes as much time to do it as it does to ask it, and there's no negative consequences as for shooting it. Okay, there might have been negative consequences for shooting it, but that just reload the fucking game.
Right, but this is
It's
like
like try
gaming
jumping in Dark Souls. Like you look
No,
over
but
the
here-
edge, and if there's something down there, you go for it.
Here's why people were so very anal about the situation. Because if you're a gamer and if you love games, there's a lot of things that are common sense. You pick up a heart, that counts as health, unless it's Castlevania. You level up, that means you get
Unless
stronger.
it's certain Castlevania games, in which case it is health.
That joke is gone now. So common sense. You break a trash can. Weapons come out. You pick up a heart. That's health. You level up. That means you get stronger. You carry too much. That you carry too many items in an open world game. Sometimes it's too heavy for your character. But that's also common sense in real life, I guess. But here, he doesn't have that gaming common sense. He'll outright ask you, why do I need to break that pot in Legend of Zelda? He did. I'm sure he did at one point. Just like how he'll ask you, why should I shoot the ceiling?
Or just take out my sword and whack the fucking thing and see if there's something inside it.
The moment he shoots the ceiling and comes out, he says, that's faulty game design. I couldn't tell that I had to shoot the ceiling, even though, like I said, there's miscoloration on part of the ceiling that shows that you can fucking break it. B, there's enemies on the other side. And C, there's an actual doorway on the right side of that room that shows that there is indeed a way to get out of that area.
And not only
Which means you have
that,
to go in to get out of that area to begin with.
And not only that, again, there's a tutorial prompt at the very beginning of the game, and that tells you, hey, shoot everything.
So now, because of that, and because that became a meme, he is outright pissed off at Nintendo and said that it's bad game design. And because of that, Nintendo had to make a patch.
What did they patch?
They patched it so that it makes it easier for people to see for people to know that you can shoot that specific area
Wow.
by shooting around.
I was able to 100% that game fairly easily. Granted, I still needed a guide for some things, but still, it was pretty easy to find everything. Hang
How
after.
do I get past this rock?
What rock? Oh,
There's
that
a rock blocking my path here.
Alex,
if-
you don't go that way.
Tell me, if you play an old school Resident Evil 2 game, the moment you see yourself limping, not just holding your arm, just outright limping, what does that tell you?
That tells me
I
that
need
I'm
to
low
go
on
get some
health.
fucking health.
It tells
Right.
you that a sea bear is going to kill you.
You play a fighting game.
They hate
You see
limping.
your super meter is full. What does that tell you?
That tells me I have a move ready.
So do I
Right.
go to Tojo Falls to get through here, or
Yep, you gotta go through Tojo Falls to get through there, and you need water, and that's what you need waterfall for.
You see a wall. Part of it, one specific part of it is either a different color, different pattern, or both. What does that tell you?
throw
Shoot
a
it.
fucking bomb?
How I love
Hell,
my
Ocarina of Time
Pokemon
has this
colors.
thing where if the wall makes a different sound than the normal sound that a wall all you hit makes, think that and
But you can
bomb
also
it.
see that the game, like, they are usually discolored as well.
But we can all agree that that usually means there's another room on the other side of that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's something there.
Right. There's another room. There's another area. There's another.
And by the
there's
way,
some
Alex,
sort
speaking of
there's-
which, on your offer for the PC port, I don't know if my PC can run it.
Oh, you can have all kinds of settings on there. Or like, I'm pretty sure you can, like, even if nothing else, you can bump the. You know, we're talking about Ocarina of Time, by the way. Hey, Ship of Harkinian, if you're wondering. And yeah, if nothing else, you can like bump up the resolution to like 480p native, and then you know, just install the HD texture pack and bump it up to like 30, 60 FPS. And that'll like that runs really well. And it runs better than it does in an emulator too.
Does it
So I need
also
waterfall.
So does it count? Didn't you get waterfall in the ice cavern?
Yeah, I have waterfall here. Or I just need to teach one of my Pokemon it. Cheetah can learn waterfall. Oh, but
But
yeah,
Froggy
Cheetah can
can't.
learn waterfall. Oh, that's fucking weird.
Wait, who can learn waterfall?
And the Suicune.
Well, that makes sense.
Let's
And
see.
you know what's even worse about the whole thing about David Jaffe saying stupid shit? There's only one way that I think that you would be able to debate with him, and that's to be in his talk show. I say that's a bad thing because it's not mutual ground. The moment he thinks you're done talking, he'll
Right.
hang up. The moment he thinks he's done talking with you, he'll hang up. I want this guy, just like how I want Amnita Sarkeesian, but it'll never happen. I want this guy, just like her, to go into an actual mutual area online so people can actually argue with him without the
I
need
will
of
host this
hanging up
debate.
on the guy.
I will host this fucking debate.
Are we still talking about David?
David Jaffe, not
Yeah,
just
I will
the,
host the Gizmo
not-
versus David Jaffe debate.
not just the Metroid Dread thing, because he actually thinks that there's a misogynistic problem in the video game industry as well. He thinks
Oh my god.
yeah, he believes in a lot of shit that is either not a problem in the industry or is a problem.
He's a
but just
conspiracy
not,
theorist, basically.
Well, to get him
No,
to shut
no,
up-
no.
well, to
Here's
get
the
him to
thing.
shut
Here's the
up just
thing.
for-
He's
just-
he's on the wrong. He's either on the wrong problems, or he's on the right problems, but is on the other side.
Break out
Like,
through to the
When I
other.
say this is because he really does think that there's a misogynistic problem thing going on with the video game industry. That's the wrong problem. there's also the thing where he's like, oh, bad gaming mechanics in the video game industry is like, you're on the right problem, you're just on the wrong side. You know, the whole Metroid Dread thing.
Yeah, to get him
Okay,
to
yeah,
shut
because
up,
there are
shut
shitty
up just
mechanics and there's
for-
shitty user interfaces and whatnot, but they're like for some reason, and people are just making things shittier, you know? Oh, like
Why?
everything, like rather than standardizing like what buttons do what, they're making interfaces look like it's all from the same fucking template.
Right. That's why I say he's on
Like-
the wrong side. Like he's there is
As
shitty
l-
mechanics. He just thinks that, you know, they have to make him more. They have to make him more not child friendly.
Streamlined is
Yeah,
usually the word they
streamlined.
use.
I hate that shit, man.
Okay, so Whirlpool, Bubble Beam, Rain Dance, or Gust, or should I move on to a different Pokemon and replace one of their moves with Waterfall?
Don't you have a Poliwhirl that could learn Waterfall?
Oh yeah, Froggy.
But this is why I say, just like Anita Sarkeesian, it's not gonna happen because it's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, Anita
They want to be in
Sarkeesian.
their echo
If you want
chamber.
Anita,
Just like how Anita Sarkeesian will never go to like neutral ground to actually debate with someone.
man, the
Jeffy
amount of
will
push
not go
she
into
got
a
the
neutral ground either.
gentlest pushback in the world from Boogie. He he said, you know, men get harassed online too, and her fucking simps were up his ass over that.
No, that's and that can be anybody though. Who was more up his ass was Anita.
Yeah, that's what I said. That like Anita was up his ass. Everybody on her, like all of her simps were up his ass. That's like everybody who was on her side was going after him over that. And it was like not even. That was very gentle pushback. I don't even think it counted as pushback because he was just he was talking about something that had actually happened, and then you know.
Gizmo
All right.
wants to smash
So
a
Froggy has
museum
so
guy.
hypnosis, body slam, or rain dance. I guess I should keep surf.
Gizmo,
Or so should
Yeah.
I delete
Would
hypnosis?
would you still smash Anita
sure, yeah.
Sarkeesian?
Yes.
Okay, hey, so
You heard it here,
that'd be a
folks.
solid maybe from me. Yeah, I'd have to see what she looks like these days because the last time I
She looks
saw
the same.
her, she looked fucking weird. Or like
He looks
like
the same.
like she was on some podcast and she was on some podcast and she had this animated avatar but the animated avatar like looked far better than she did in real life. That kind of thing.
Yikes.
Yeah. Cool Trainer Megan wants to battle. Cool Trainer Megan sent out a fucking Bulbasaur.
Because
Are you
you
kidding
know
me?
I'm all about
She
that
has-
thing.
she
About
has
that
up to a
thing.
Venusaur.
Treble.
I fucking hate that song.
Yeah, it's pretty
Why
clear
was there a hit again?
too. But I can wrestle,
What?
and I can throw you.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well,
So
Megan
I got-
Trainor's whole career
I just
is
chase all
a
the right punches.
is
and all
just
the right
baffling.
things. I'm an Olympian. So
Lizzo's whole career
Like,
is
it's that-
baffling.
it's that she wasn't even that fat, but she was like pushing the fat acceptance thing.
Oh,
Music
Lizzo's
Yeah.
before
kinda
Lizzo
like-
was.
yeah, and Lizzo's doing that right now, except way worse.
I'd say
Every time-
Lizzo has a bit more musical talent
Yeah, but that also means that she's got more of an ego.
because Megan Trainor hasn't.
Jeez, I thought
Okay, so
Kanye-
Lizzo, I've heard Lizzo's music, and I've never wanted to. I've
You
only
know
heard a
what?
few of. I've only heard a few of them. I haven't ever listened to them on purpose, but I've never wanted to turn them off the way I've wanted to with Megan Trainor, because Megan Trainor is like one of the most irritating people who I've ever had the displeasure of listening to, and you know, it's just comes down to like I don't like her, and she dragged Charlie Puth down for a while. Oh, and I really like Charlie Puth's music, but
The guy
The
that's
one-
saying
this-
the Superman song.
that one was
I'm
really
only
irritating to
one
You mean
me.
the Smallville
But-
song?
Away.
No, that's not... Okay, so that was Remy Zero did that one. And the Smallville song is Remy Zero. Remy Zero's great.
I'll be there to save the day.
That song is too low tempo and downbeat. When Charlie Puth's got some energy in him, he's pretty good. But
If I ever learn how auto tuning and all that shit works, I'm gonna have Batman sing that. Because I already got his voice cloned on 11 Labs, so
Neat.
the only thing I need. You
The
guys
only
remember I got
fuckers.
him to say the B movie line.
Hey, Gizmo.
Yeah.
What would you say was your favorite season of Teen Titans?
I don't know.
Just
Who
wants
else
to
but
say, as long
Quagsire?
as Ravens and all of them, who gives a shit?
Okay, so there's season one, which is the Robin season, where where
Wheel in the sky keeps on burning. Fuck you and your stupid fucking eggs.
as I was saying,
Sorry.
What are you saying?
as I was saying, season one of Teen Titans is the one where Robin is tracking down Slade, and Slade's leaving behind clues because he wants Robin to be obsessed with him, and forces Robin to turn on his friends and whatnot. Then season 2 is the Judas Contract arc. Then season 3 is that cyborg stuff. Season 4 is the
Fuck you. Ow.
Fuck you, do
It's
fuck you.
the Terror of Trigon arc, and season 5 is the one that has Beast Boy going up against the Brotherhood of Evil.
I don't think I've seen season 5.
So you
Well,
thought
okay,
you were
no,
going
no,
to
no, I take
lose.
it back.
That's amazing.
I
Season 5
think
was
I have
great.
seen.
I don't know which one's my favorite, but I can tell you right now, I'll enjoy even the bad
Irina.
what's considered the bad seasons over Teen Titans Go any day.
The weird thing is that season 3 has some really good standalone
Okay.
episodes, but its plot episodes are kind of lackluster.
Just like South Park's.
Because, like, season 3 gave us Spellbound, the episode where, or one of 2 episodes that pretty much made the BB Ray ship possible, and what was it? And Beast Within, which is the other one. Oh, and then there's also
Max,
the
don't
one where
fail me now,
Starfire.
buddy.
Then there's the one where Starfire was forced into an arranged marriage. And then there was also
Yeah, and Robin got jelly.
got jealous of Glurtle Skletch. And Alex, you remember what Meatloaf song you sang in regards to that?
Oh, yes, I do.
And I would do anything for
One of these days-
love.
One
but
of these days I
won't
want to
do
pull out
that.
Life is a Lemon and I want my money back.
Or that.
Actually, you know what? That would have been perfect for last night.
Definitely not that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Alex. At the very least, season 4, season 4 has better Cyborg standalone episodes.
Yeah.
Cyborg the Barbarian was actually a really good one.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I actually liked it.
And then there was the one time where Beast Boy got a job working at a meat place.
Oh
I thought
yeah,
that was hilarious.
meat-tastic!
I am the source.
I am the source! With Rob Paulson and Tom Kane voicing the villains.
Oh, this is delicious, and you really shouldn't be in the back. That guy tried throwing a punch, even though he's made of tofu.
Yes.
where the hell is disengage? I know I have that spell somewhere. Oh, there it is.
You know, Beast Boy could have in theory ate all of those bobs. He could have. Because after all, they aren't even human. They're made out of a meat-free substitute. Someone on the writers' team must have had a thing against tofu. I'm like, what did tofu ever do to you, man? I know it's not, the best.
Tofu killed my parents.
Well,
Killer tofu.
Could be the fact that Beast Boy keeps pushing the damn tofu.
Oh,
No, it's,
Tofu
Killer
killed my fucking parents.
No, here's the thing, Gizmo.
Oh, Killer tofu.
Essentially, it's like someone on the in the writer's room and was like, we could make a villain out of tofu, and they're like, why? Like, just cause.
Makes me wish that Teen Titans would have shown more of the adult heroes at least once or twice.
Yeah, but then that would require WB to get its head out of its ass.
I know we weren't gonna get Superman, Batman, or even Wonder Woman at any point.
I mean, hell, the Teen Titans Go comics.
I'm talking maybe fuck it. I ain't gonna. Oh wait, no, Teen Titans Go as in based off the show. Okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
yeah,
the comics.
Fine. I was gonna say. I thought you meant Teen Titans Go had a comic.
I
Teen
think
Titans Go probably has a comic, but
Teen Titans Go, fuck yourself.
But the old comic was based on the TV show, the good one.
the 2000. Yeah, the old comic was based on the 03 show.
How cool would it have been if Beast Boy met Animal Man in the show?
Animal Man sucks.
Fuck off.
You should have met Manimal.
He also sucks.
Manimal is like a downgraded Beast Boy. If anything, Animal Man is a lot cooler.
Have you ever actually seen Manimal?
He literally turns into the animal and that's it, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's it. He's only good for one thing.
But it was a 70s TV show, so,
There's a reason why Animal Man is no longer part of the main roster.
Animal Man is part of the main roster. What you talking about?
No, he's not.
Animal Man?
Where has he been then?
Retired, I guess.
See what I mean?
But doesn't mean he's not part of the main cast.
Yes. No, he's not. He's no longer a part of the main cast. At what point has he ever been important to the story?
Who says he has to be important to the story to be cool?
At what point was he ever featured in, say, a show?
Send out a fucking Espeon. I have a literal god on my team, but I'm gonna beat your ass with my dog.
Wasn't he part of the whole Crisis series at one point?
Just to prove a point.
No.
Yeah. I remember he actually copied an alien animal's powers to shoot goddamn laser beams.
Beast Boy can do that too.
Beast Boy only to a degree.
He can turn into demons, dude. Demons that chopped out Superboy.
Wow. So,
Ooh,
a lady in this house just rested my Pokemon for me. That's nice.
What?
Why turn into a demon and risk becoming the demon when you could just borrow the demon powers?
Because
I'm gonna Dragon Rage at you.
Also, Animal Man doesn't need a necklace either, so suck it, Vixen. And I really mean suck it, Vixen, because goddamn. Holy damn. Please suck it, Vixen. Please suck it, Vixen.
Toxical.
Suck my dick till the shit turned white. I thought to myself, Shiva Shiva. Gizmo, you know that song. The other two probably don't.
No, I don't. Sing it again.
45 and 2 zigzags, baby. That's all we need.
No, I don't.
You've never heard that Afro Man song?
No.
You know what? You know what's one thing I've heard of?
Twee! 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 Twee!
Oh my fucking god. Hang on.
There's supposed to
I
be
have to-
a
Sorry.
dynamite. Dynamite.
Sorry, I have to ban somebody.
What?
Oh, what happened?
I have a Bitcoin bot in my chat.
Of course, it's a Bitcoin bot.
Hi, I want to offer promotion. Oh, it's not Bitcoin, but it's still a bot. Hi, I want to offer the promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it off, on, uncustomize. Go to, and I'm not going to say this out, because, you know, fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Teen Titans, go fuck yourself.
I used
Go
to suffer
fuck
from
yourself.
something similar. During my charity stream, I always got these like weird ass links to Russian dating sites.
Oh, yeah. We get
Hey.
porn bots in the YouTube chat
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yep.
Hey, you guys think we'll actually have little robots delivering food to us someday?
Bad
They
idea,
already
no.
have stuff like that in
Like
some
Alex
places.
Jones is saying, because Gizmo and I talked about this.
I debated the
and Gizmo
idea.
said no.
I think it's a bad idea to begin with because there's going to
They
be
already
certain...
have drones delivering food in some places.
It's already a bad idea though because there's humans are assholes and they can also be very charitable when need to be. But which one seems more fun to you, being the asshole? So there's going to be humans that are going to hit.
Well, you know what they're gonna do, right?
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Amazon tried. Amazon for the first time when they did like a drone to deliver a package. The first and last picture that they had on their robot was a couple of hicks throwing shit at the robot.
And they're.
Well, you know
It's
I
not
know what
gonna
they're
be
gonna
like,
do,
"Oh,
right?
They're gonna call for euthanizations, folks.
You know what they're gonna do, right?
What are
They're
they
gonna put a
do?
gun on it. Cheetah is trying to learn Aurora Beam. Should I delete a move to make room for Aurora Beam?
What moves do you have?
Whirlpool, Bubble Beam, Rain Dance, and Gust.
All right,
Get
who
rid
are
of
we gonna
Gust.
fight? Alex Shannon or Alex Jones?
I don't like him putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' Poliwags
Get
gay.
it? 'Cause they have the same name. It's funny. Comedy gold, guys. Come on. They have the same name. It's that means it's
No.
funny. Eh. Knit.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist doing that
Yeah.
that Kermit noise.
Okay, so get rid of Gust, you said?
Yes. How do you feel about that Kermit noise?
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
That's the
Ow.
noise. That's the noises he makes when his pelvis is being crushed by Miss Piggy. You've seen that robot chicken skit. Come on. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I've seen Muppet Robot Chicken skits, but that was not one of them.
Have you not seen in Miss Piggy crushing in Kermit's pelvis?
Well, he is a frog, so it would be easy.
Also, she's fat.
Buy an ice cream before it melts.
These nuts. What?
It's a song.
I'll be
Max
back.
Elixir. Get that, Max? An elixir just for you.
Kevin, would you ever eat the meat mountain from Arby's?
Okay, here's the
Why the
here's-
fuck would anybody order that? I lost to a trainer named Axel. He was really strong, but it was as if he had absolutely had to win at any cost. You have one Pokemon, and it's a Rapidash. That might be why you lost.
Nay!
Kermit's like, "Ah! Get off of me, you fucking wildebeest!"
Pokemon aren't tools for war. Really? Are you sure about that? Because I
Are
just
you
beat
sure
your ass
about
with
that?
one, and I feel like World War II would have gone very differently if Captain America had a Charizard by his side.
Are you sure Charizard would be America's Pokemon? Because Unova is basically America in Pokemon world.
Well, what?
I'm not kidding, by the way. The Unova region,
Cool.
aka the second best region.
Okay, I'm in the mountain.
You're in Victory Road, by the way. Oh, and by the way, there are no trainers in Victory Road.
Cool.
All there is just strength puzzles and pitfalls.
I'm gonna go back and heal.
Deal, mini deal.
So Gizmo, oh, did you know that there was one when Alex and I watched the Pokemon the Origin or the Pokemon Origins OVAs, is we ended up making a pact that would decide our later Mephies.
Yes. We made a rather unfortunate decision because I feel like I hated one of the films that we watched more than Kevin did. But then, and you know, we still haven't gotten to the travesty that is The Lion King 2019 yet, so, you know.
We'll get to it.
I can't help but wonder what YMS is gonna find in his next video on that piece of shit.
Oh, I'm sure he'll find something.
Because I've seen
wonderful.
some stuff from the streams, but, you know, they don't 100% do it justice. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. I'll see you guys later.
Alex, just so you know, since the Elite Four and the Champion are going to be pretty tough, you might want to consider grinding.
Alright, well.
So you might want to do
as
that.
well.
Yeah, you might as well do that off screen.
If I do it off screen, I'm just gonna do too much.
Alex, there's never too much grinding as proven by Fran's streams. Did you forget how overpowered...
My Chronicles of a Dark Lord Episode 2 run was basically ruined by grinding. Because I ground up the same amount that I did in Chronicles of a Dark Lord Episode 1 and for the final boss, and because I was getting my ass kicked about the same way. And then when I got to around the same level, it was way too fucking easy. And well,
Alex, this is an easy generation anyway, so
yeah.
Oh, and plus the final boss of Pokemon on Crystal is quite the dangerous one.
I am the danger.
I am the storm that is approaching.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Provoking black clouds in isolation. I am reclaimer of my name.
Does Nickelback sing that? It sounds like
No.
No.
Victor Borba does.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Just imagine it suddenly being a Don Cheadle cover, or with that one bit from the DuckTales reboot.
DuckTales, woohoo! Get to the ER before his brain fails, woo! Funeral
Oh,
time for
Gizmo.
morning.
What were
Happened so fast.
Do you have any
without-
thoughts on the Control Freak episodes of Teen
Ow.
Titans? Gizmo?
Hang on,
Gim-
I'm about to post a video too.
Gizmo. Gizmo.
Somebody made a video. This could be real, guys. We may have our first Chris Chan sighting. This is not a drill.
Oh God, I don't
This is
want to
not a
see
drill,
We've
people.
already, I mean, we already saw it, so, you know.
it. Gizmo.
Yeah, but somebody's
Gizmo.
covering it. That means it's real. But why hasn't he posted
Gimzo.
on the internet, I wonder? Is he under supervision or something?
Who knows?
So what? Who cares? We're doing it how we like. I'm singing into my mic.
So long,
I
farewell,
wonder if
auf
Kevin
Wiedersehen,
remembers
goodbye.
this.
Oh, geez. Eugenia is trapped inside of the fire spin.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you actually remembered what that song was, Kevin.
I don't.
The Jabberjaw bumper that would play on Boomerang a lot.
Jabberjaw.
Nya, 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 nya.
Which, by the way, in one Naruto abridgment, and Kasame's voice was the parody Kasame voice was modeled after Jabberjaw.
Which Naruto parody was that?
The Naruto Shippuden parody by Canadian Jutsu.
Because there's like a lot of
I'm
Naruto.
back. What I miss?
Oh, Gizmo, I was going to ask. I was trying to ask you a question. What are your thoughts on the Control Freak episodes of Teen Titans, which are Fear Itself, episode 257-494,
Uh-huh.
and For Real?
Funny?
I really liked the Control Freak episodes. Hell, first episode of season 4 was my favorite episode of the show.
I wish he became a real villain, though. I mean, something like that you would think would be a formidable ally against the Teen Titans.
Yeah. Control Freak is on the air! And now my Eugenia has evolved into Vibrava.
Bowser's roar from Super Mario 64, the sound effect for it was actually in the Control Freak episode as well.
Yeah, and guess who voiced Bowser and King Boo in that game by complete coincidence?
Hmm.
Charles Martinet.
Yes.
Wait, who?
The
Charles
voice of
Martinet.
Mario?
Gizmo
Yeah, he
spoke too fast, I couldn't understand him.
Yeah, he recorded a bunch of voices for a sound effects pack that got
My
used in Super
dumbass
Mario
kept
64.
pronouncing his name Martinet for years.
Anyways, I'm going to leave. I have to go grab something to eat. See y'all
And
later.
let me just
Are you
go
getting
and save
Taco
and then
Bell?
I'll be done.
Alright.
Are you getting Taco Bell?
No.
Then
You
what are
don't
you
Taco
getting?
Bell?
Although there is homemade Mexican food downstairs.
Alright. Dude,
And
I'm like,
Gizmo, which Control Freak episode was your favorite among them?
Oh man.
yeah, I'm like the only motherfucker who has his own place. Even if it is just a shabby motel room.
I think the one that sticks out to me the most was Fear Itself, the one where Raven's nightmare was like Raven's fear gets a hold.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I prefer 257-494 just because he was the villain in the main villain in that one. It was fun, man.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna stop now, so toodaloo.
Yeah.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Bye bye.